Hey, third graders! Thank you for joining us at our math lesson. So make sure your math books are open to page 167. Page 167. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Excuse me. Let's go and take a look at fractions. We're going to finally learn about fractions. And we've got vocabulary words here, that we have in our spelling words. The numerator is a top number. Okay, this is a numerator, and it tells how many equal parts are used. Okay, so it's telling me how many parts are selected or used. Now, the denominator is the bottom number, and it tells me how many there are in all. Okay, in all. So as you can see from this pizza pie, we've got 8. We've got 8 slices of pizza, and we're only going to use 3 of them. Okay, and then the rest we put in the refrigerator for leftovers. So take a look at number 1. We're going to mark the circle or the bubble under the shapes that are divided into fractions. All right, now I'm going to show you, not all of these are fractions, okay, because they're not all equal. The first one is a fraction, okay, the parts are equal. Now the second one here, that's not a fraction, because look, this tiny space compared to this much space is unfair, so that's not a fraction. This is a fraction for sure. You've got 4 parts that are equal. This next one is a fraction. You've got another 4 parts that are equal. This is a fraction, yes. You're thinking, that's tiny. Well, look, the parts are equal. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All parts are equal. So that's a fraction. Here, that's a kite. Now, that's not a fraction because if you take a look at their shapes, this shape is very different from up here. So they're definitely not equal, so it's not a fraction. This too, this pentagon, no, it's not divided equally. This is a fraction. And sadly, this is not. Because as you can see again, although these two shapes are equal, they're still not as equal to these here. Okay, so these are the bubbles you should fill in for those that are fractions. Now, number 2, we are going to match the fraction with its correct denominator. Remember, the denominator is the bottom number. So 1/2 will go here. 1/3 will go here. I hope you catch this. And I reckon you probably did some of this in 2nd grade. So go ahead and fill out C, D, E, F on your own. You can pause the video if you need to and then unpause it so we can compare work. Unpause? Okay, so 1/4 would be here. 1/5 would be here. 1/6 would be up here. And 1/7 would be here. Now for number 3. This is level 4. Actually, this is like level 3 because you're applying the information you just learned into a new environment. So for number 3, we are going to write our own fraction. They already give us a fraction bar, which is very convenient, but we have to first count the number of parts. So for A, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 parts. So that means I'm going to put 6 as a denominator. There are 6 parts in all. But how many parts are shaded? How many parts are colored? 1. Okay. So here, in the blank, I'll put 1, 6, like that. Letter B. We don't have to write the words anymore. How many parts are there altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many are colored in or shaded? I've just got 3 of them. Okay, do you get it? We'll do D together and then you can try C and E on your own. So I've got to count the number of parts there are altogether. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5. And how many parts are just shaded in or colored in? Just 2. Okay, now try C and E on your own. Okay, so C, I hope you paused the video, sorry. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 8, and then how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you've got 5. So 5/8. And then E, super hard. I'm kidding, it's easy. So you've got 2 parts, and then just 1 part is shaded. Okay, so that was numbers 1, 2, and 3 on page 167. Sorry if I went too fast. I kind of assumed that you know how to do this, but also that this is kind of easy. It's not as challenging yet. Okay, it's fun too. We call this geometry. Page 2. Okay, let's look at number 4. We've got the workspace. I love that this book has a workspace. So I'm going to read it out loud. There are 28 miniature goats at the city zoo. If there are 4 goats in every pen, how many pens does the zookeeper need? So when I say pen, they don't mean like a writing tool. They mean like a little fence for all the goats. So there are 28 goats, okay. And in each pen, they're going to only put 4 goats. So I'm going to just draw a pen right here, and I'm put 4 goats in them. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. So that's so far 4. I'm going to draw another pen. Okay, I'm going to draw 4 goats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So far I've got 4, 8. So far I've got 8 goats. Now I'm going to draw another pen. That'll fit. And I hope you're drawing these too. That's why there's a workspace, so that you have some space to draw. And I think I told you my dad would always tell me whenever we have word problems, try to draw it out. So I'm going to draw 4 goats in here. So I've got 4, 8, 12. So I've got 12. I've got to reach 28, okay? You're probably thinking, how long are we going to do this? Until we reach 28, all right? So I'm going to draw another pen. Sorry, Mr. Goat. I'm going to have to draw over you. And then I'm going to draw 4 goats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've got 4, 8, 12, 16. All right. So I've got 16 so far. I'm going to draw another pen. Okay, I'm going to draw 4 goats inside. Now I'm going to count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Ooh, what do I have to reach up to again? 28. Okay. Remember, there are 4 goats. They can only fit 4 goats in the pen. Can you imagine if there were more than 4 goats in the pen? They would fight a lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, so we've got 1, maybe 1 more. So I know this is going to go out, but we'll just try right here. Okay, and we'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to count. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Do we have to go more? No, we don't, because we only have 28 goats. So how many pens did we draw? Pens meaning, again, the homes for the goats. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We drew 7 pens. Okay? So they just need 7 pens to fit 28 goats. And in each pen, there will be 4 goats. Now, there is like a 4th grade solution to this. I know that we drew this out, which was great because I wanted you to see the work. But like a more simple way of doing this would just be 28 divided by 4, which is 7. And that's what we have here. But I wanted to draw it out so you can see it. I hope it helped you. So for seat work, you're going to do 5, 6, 7 on your own. Did I say 8? Oh, I did 8. No. I'll do 8 with you. And you can definitely try the brain booster. But let's do number 8 together. It's been a while since we've done this converting. Okay, so days and weeks. Remember, you have to think about who's bigger, a day or a week. The day is smaller. So since a day is smaller, I'm going to go from small to big. And I hope you remember the hand motions I did before. If you don't, that's okay. When you're going from a small measure to a bigger measure, you're going to divide. Okay, so that's what you'll put in the blank for number 1. Now you've also got to think about a special number. What are you going to use to divide? Because it has to be 56 divided by what, right? So how many days are in a week? 7. So my special number will be 7. So here it's going to be 56 divided by 7. Now I hope you didn't forget your 7 multiplication tables. If you did, that's all right. I'm going to review here with you. 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35, 42, and 49, 56, and 63. Okay, so I have to do 56 divided by 7. 7, 14, 21, 28, and 35, 42, and 49, 56. So that's how many check marks? 8. So here, my answer is 8. 56 days equals 8 weeks. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, last one. 2 years and blank days. Now, who's bigger? Well, a year is bigger, and a day is small, definitely. Okay, so if we're going from a big measure to a small measure, we multiply. And I'm going to show this to you at our meeting. Now, how many days are in a year? Because I have to do 2 times, I have to figure out a number. But do you remember how many days are in a year? There are 365 days in a year. This year, there's going to be no extra day. Last year we had an extra day. And this year there isn't an extra day. So we've got 365 times 2. I need to rewrite this now because 365 times 2, I want to write it up and down because I like that better. So you can pause the video to try this on your own. 365 times 2. Okay. All right, so 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So it's going to take 730 days for 2 years. Oh my. Right? So that's number 8. So you can do 5, 6, 7 on your own, and also the brain booster if you want to try it. For number 7, you just have to tell me the number, that Arabic value. So B is 5. Oh, just match it. There you go. Just match it, just like that. Okay? So I'm going to erase this right here. We did 8 together, but that's your seat work for today. All right? Thank you, third graders. Please be sure you're prepared when we meet at our Zoom meeting. Prepared with questions and your materials. Thank you.